Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. I put a poll out there. I changed the poll. I had one poll and I didn't have the time frame on there. So the question is, where does Bitcoin top out in 2023? I gave a variety of answers: 36, 46, 52, and 75K. I intentionally put 75K on the top just to see if people think it's going to go that high and give them like more of an incentive to click on that. See if just to try to, I'm not trying to manipulate. I'm trying to get an honest, reality of what my followers are thinking for 2023. So here's the deal, man. Like, I could project out for pretty much the rest of 2023, maybe going into early 2024. Anything beyond that, I think it starts to become more of a, hey, let's flip a quarter. If it lands on heads, it's bullish. If it lands on tails, it's going to be bearish type deal, right? So, I mean, you can kind of project out a little bit things, but I don't like doing that because things can change and they can change fast. So, March 24 could be a lot different than it is right now, guys. It really could be. So, as an example, and then you have more data, then you can start figuring out where it's going to go from there. But I think this is more reasonable, 36, 46 K, 52K top out. So I think personally, if I was going to click on it, I would click 46K, where the majority of the other people would have clicked 46K. Algorithms that I have right now are saying potentially 43K and 44K, 43, 44K that I have right now, guys. So we shall see. I think it's going to be a grind up there. I think it's going to be slow moving. Sideways action for a lot of it, and Bitcoin will spike up, sideways spike up. So probably out of the next few months or the rest of the year. So as an example, Bitcoin will, let's start with, it's today the 31st. Today's 31st of July. Let's start with August. Let's say Bitcoin gets done today in the 1st of August with its sideways stuff, right? So August will be positive, most of it, and that's it. And it'll go sideways September, October, November, maybe even December, right? Another 4 months. And then there'll be a green candle in December to maybe January, for February, possibly. Something like that, guys, is what I would suspect. So a lot of sideways action, I think, is going to be going on, unfortunately. And it makes for frustrating times like we are right here. And you get to watch basically Bitcoin is like watching paint dry, right, guys? And now I was in a short trade on the live stream. By the way, guys, I enjoyed the live stream. I thought it went pretty well. I got to figure out what is going on with my live stream because when I like click on the recording and the audio is terrible. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong to make it do that. I have no idea. I got to check some settings and play with it a little bit, I guess, to see what I'm doing there. But I got to figure that out, man, because the audio settings are terrible on the recording and nobody's going to want to watch that. Even though that last live stream I thought was pretty darn good. I think some of you guys that are following my channel are starting to pick up on what I'm trying to say without, just coming out saying it. So, like I said, guys, I would be careful in some of these altcoins. All right. I can't stress that enough. Now, if you're a long-term holder, man, just realize that, 20, 30, 40, 50% dips are not uncommon. And don't think these cryptos can't go down that far again, guys. They can easily do that. So altcoin market is an area of definite caution. Bitcoin is still going to go up. Even Ethereum too, guys. I think Ethereum might have one more shot like Bitcoin up, but we'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll see. So I don't want to go into Ethereum too deep yet. I'm waiting how I'm going to present this information on Ethereum, what is going on. It's going to be, because I have to wait for Ethereum. Ethereum is the second biggest cryptocurrency. And when I present the data, I want to make sure that I'm, like 80, 90% correct on the Ethereum stuff. So I have to wait for Ethereum, unfortunately. So we'll see where it ends up, guys. Now with Bitcoin here, I was in a short trade in this area, and I was on a live stream, and I told you guys that all the algos, the medium term algos, flipped on me: 12, 10, 12, 8 hour, and not the daily, not the 2 day, and not the 2 day, the 1 day, 2 day, and 3 day. They're still down, but you can see it just decided it wants to go sideways more than likely over here. And I was looking at 29.6, maybe 29.7. It could actually go up maybe 29.8. Who knows? Might come up to this fair value gap again, guys. There's actually a nice little, I was looking at the 6 hour, and there's actually a nice little fair value gap up there. So it actually could go up to 20, what is that? 29.800 potentially, and then come back down. To do a goofy move like something like up here and then come back down, guys. So that is a possibility that it could do that. So I would say right now, to me, Bitcoin is in a no trade zone. It's really just a colossal waste of time unless you're doing 1 minute or 5 minute charts or something like that. It's just really just a colossal waste of time. If I see the opportunity of it popping up, I might do a quick little short trade, get in, get out, and then get myself prepared for the long trade down here, which we're at the 31st of July. I think the time frame still is probably going to be somewhere between the 5th of August to the 15th of August. So like a week window in there, depending on what Bitcoin is going to be doing in here and how much time it wants to take up. So part of this correction is the time. And somebody had asked me about that on the live stream, how to use the fib time thing and all that other stuff. Found no relationship with the fib time, guys. I mean, like, there's people come up with these rules and everything. There's nothing written down that this wave takes this long, so that part of the wave should take this long. You tell them where they got that information, man. Like it's not out there. Maybe somebody kind of said that could happen. So I don't even mess with that fib time stuff. I have found I haven't found anything that is consistent with it. Nothing. So. But I know that time is part of the relationship to the other wave over here. So this wave went up in a certain amount of time, and there's going to be a certain amount of time for it to come down and finish its correction. So the 60-day cycle seems to be reasonable that Bob Lucas came up with. I guess he started that. And it does seem reasonable, but, it's not exactly 60 days. So here it went up into a wave, right? Like that. So there you got 28 days, 29 days. And then if you come back over here, add more or less 30 days, your 60 days is kind of like in that area. So, but it could be 45 days, it could be 55 days, it could be 60 days, it could be 65 days. You know what I'm saying? So it's a window, and it's not perfect, but it gives you an idea where to start looking for maybe a bottom process on Bitcoin or something like that. But I was thinking maybe the beginning of August, but maybe the middle of August right now, guys. It could happen. And then at that point on the daily chart with Bitcoin, I would be looking for at least a push up to about 31K. Okay. And then maybe a hit to 32K right into these areas, guys. So definitely, I think there'll be a retrace how high that will go. My ultimate plan is that I think it's going to push up to 36K, but you want to be prepared for worst case scenarios. Like worst case scenario, obviously it doesn't go anywhere and actually turns around and keeps going down, right? That is the worst case scenario. Got to plan for that. And there's also a scenario where it only goes to 31K. You got to plan for that, or 32K. You got to plan for that. So, and more than likely, the ones that I'm thinking of is what Bitcoin is not going to is what it is going to do. So I'm saying it's going to go to 31, 32, maybe 36. And it's going to come down and bottom maybe at 28,200, 100 or something like that. And then, everything that I'm saying is what it's going to do. It's not going to do what I'm going to say is what I'm saying, guys. So more than likely it's going to do something I'm not going to say that it's going to be doing, but that's kind of my plan that I have in the sites for Bitcoin, guys. Okay. Now over here on the other chart, I have it on a 4-day chart on this Binance chart with this triangle pattern on Bitcoin, guys. And just looking at this pattern on the 4-day chart, it's actually kind of interesting to me because you see this 40 period moving average. Look at that. Boom. It hit there. It's boom. And look at 40 period moving average right there on the 4-day chart. It's going right along that trend line on the triangle. That's pretty interesting, right? And if it comes down, let's say it gets back up over here about that same time frame I was talking about. Look at that. Boom. About the 5th of August, 6th of August, something like that. Come like right over there. And if you take a look at this pattern, right, that it's doing, it kind of reminds me maybe a smaller version of this right over here. So you see that candle right there? It has a wick on it. This one doesn't, okay? But it's kind of like, you know, there you go. There's your sideways, right? Boom, and there's a sideways. So here you go down, and here's a sideways. Here's down, here's a sideways. This one is a little bit deeper probably. This candle will be a lot bigger, but then you got another one over here. It's the same pattern. Down, sideways, down, sideways, down. Down, sideways, down, sideways, down. So I'm kind of looking for kind of like that pattern right over there, guys, and maybe hit this 28, that's like 28,600, 28,200, right in that area. Excuse me, right in that area on the 40 period moving average. And then what do we get ready for next? You get ready for launch time. Okay. Launch time, guys. Okay. More upside on Bitcoin. I know the bears are out in full force because of the the pattern that it's in this zone, guys. This is bear territory. Bitcoin's going to get up there. I explained this. The bears are going to be back up there, guys, pushing it down. And the people that were over here bought Bitcoin, they're selling, in my opinion. If you think about this, let's say somebody bought Bitcoin in January 2021. I'm talking about not the long-term holders of Bitcoin, guys. Those long-term holders of Bitcoin, they're different. They're a different beast. Okay. Their thinking is we have Bitcoin and this thing is going to blow up in the maybe late 2020s or 2030s, and it's going to do the mega moonshot. Okay. Kind of like the what Michael Saylor's betting on, guys. Okay. Like what he's doing. He's a long-term guy. He's looking like 10 years. Okay. Those guys are looking 10 years. So I'm excluding those folks. I'm talking about the folks that came over here that entered into the cryptocurrency space and bought Bitcoin for 33,000 or maybe 42,000 or 46,000. A lot of them probably are selling over here. Okay. So a lot of them, and that's why we have this massive, massive resistance right here, and the bears are on top of there. And the bears are going to say that that's a top. Okay. And they do have a case for that. Don't get me wrong. They do have a case for that, guys. So you want to be cautious in this area. But I think Bitcoin is going to bust through that resistance and make its way in 2023 to 36K at least, maybe even 42, 40, 42, 43. But you can see this is going to be a grind because we're in July still with Bitcoin. And let's say in even December, like what is this? See, that's 5 months, guys. 5 months. It's only going to be, Bitcoin probably is only going to be up 43, 40, 45, 50%, maybe. So that's what I think could be happening, guys. More of a grind up. Let me go to the weekly algos should have updated. Check out these weekly algos. They should have updated. And yeah, it looks like that they did. And fib targets there still out to the same fib targets, 36. They haven't updated. No daily lower fib targets. There's no daily fib targets except these over here and these right here. You can still count these. It has 28,792 and 28,300. Just basically say 28,300, 400. So here's your daily fibs right here for this correction. And then up here too has daily fibs up here for 31. So usually what that means when they're down up below and down up, it usually means there's sideways action, but then it'll come down, maybe hit these fibs. Okay. And then to start working on these up here, guys, kind of like, where's an example? I showed you that the other day. I think on the weekly chart, guys, over here, okay, you see it's going down right here, right? You see it going down right here, but these fib targets were up here 28 or 25, 28, and 30. And I got down here, and you can see finally made its way up here and hit those fib targets, you know? Back in that time at October of 22, right? October of 22, if you would have said, look, Bitcoin's going to 28K, they would have said, you're smoking something, brother. What are you talking about? It's going to 10K. Remember that? Remember that, guys? So, and Now I'm here to let you know that what's going on is that it's going to be a grind up here, guys. It's just going to be a grind, it looks like, with Bitcoin. Not seeing anything fantastical. Let's see the 4-day. 4-day hasn't changed either. Okay. Oh, the 4-day has fibs. Those are pretty low too. 28 flat. Okay, 28 flat. And as low as what is that? 26.6. 26.6 there too, guys. So, but you can see they get low on the higher time frames, never hit it. So that's how it looks like for Bitcoin, guys. And I think it's just going to be more of a waiting game here on the daily chart. Those upper fib targets are keep updating. They updated again on the daily, guys, right there. So 31,000, 31,000. It looks like it's going to be coming down, and it's going to make a run to 31K, guys. So you want to get ready. I'm going to be getting ready for that. I mean, that's going to be like, let's say it's down here 20, what is that, 28.67, something potentially like that. You know, that's a pretty good little run right there, guys. 8%, maybe like 10%. That's a pretty decent little run on Bitcoin. So these little pumps that Bitcoin are going to do, guys, they go quick. They go quick. Most people will miss them if they're not in it. You know, they're not in it. Like this one took its time, but this was January 23 to January 2nd to January 30th, 1 month. 13th of March to this whole wick was 20th March. So that was 1 week. Add that in and you got another month. And then this move was 12 June to 19. So 1 week, add that in and you got another month. So you can see with it, it could shoot up in a week, 2 weeks, go sideways for a month, and then hit it one more time like that, guys. Okay. So that's what I think is going to happen. That's been the behavior in the past of Bitcoin. So I'm going to just stick with my plan right now on the public video, YouTube videos is just mention that Bitcoin is going to be bullish for the rest of the year, like up and to the right. I don't think it's going to be like the mega moonshots that some people are looking at. I watched some YouTube videos this morning, you know, checked them out real quick, just peruse through them. And, you know, they have some pretty astronomical targets and charts and everything like that. I don't see Bitcoin doing that. I could be wrong. I don't think so. And I think it's going to be like meager pumps into the rest of the year for Bitcoin. You know, all the targets. You guys been following my channel, you know, the numbers that I've been looking at, like just go back here to Twitter and most of you think 36, 46K, 52K. So that's like 30, 60, almost 70. So 90% of you think of that range. And then there's a minority of you think it's going to be pumping up to 75K. It's not unfolding. Bitcoin is not unfolding right now that it looks like it could be doing that. The probability of that happening this year, 2023, I'm talking about, the probability of Bitcoin hitting 75K is going down like every day, guys. That's a reality of it. But so I'm sticking to the narrative that I'm going to be doing. I'll go into more detail in the Discord about that. But you want to be careful of some altcoins, okay? There are some bullish altcoins out there. I know people went over the Maker pump. So somebody said something about Maker, like, hey, my Maker, man, look, it's doing a mega moonshot. I said, okay, let me go check out Maker. I had looked at Maker before, and I said, let me go check out Maker coin, and let's go see what's going on with Maker. And I think it's down at the bottom of my list because, yeah, here we go, Maker. And looks strong on the weekly. There's no doubt about that. But guys, this is crypto. That's 155% move. That's like nothing in crypto, guys. These like people are getting excited about 155% move in crypto. Guys, people in cryptocurrency market are desperate. Like that's like nothing. Like in a real altcoin market, altcoin season, guys, like 155% is like going to McDonald's and shopping for freaking, like asking them, hey, do you have your hamburgers today? That's what it's like. Seriously. But now the cryptocurrency market sees like green candles on Maker and they're all excited, man, and get freaking boners over these freaking green candles, man. So, I mean, it's better than nothing, but at the reality of it, like shots like this, boom, shots like this, boom, and it just keeps going up, guys. So that's how I look at that with Maker, man. So daily chart, probably peaking out, looks like maybe a little bit more upside going into August. A little bit more upside. Let me see the daily chart. Yeah, or 2-day chart. A little bit more upside going in August. 2-day targets. It could hit 1,500, guys. It looks like 1,500. 1,500, and I would say a 15 spike to 1,500 on Maker would be your exit. If you see that, okay. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. I told you, Unibot, 255, guys, 255, 1,500 on Maker, man. I would take that. I would take that if you get it. Let's go back to Unibot. Look at Unibot, guys. All right, here we got back to Unibot. 6-hour chart. Let me go over here. Let me go to a 4-hour chart. I had fib targets. I said, okay, what up there? 255, more or less. Take it, take it. Okay, so there it is, and now it's back down to 112. So a little pump and dump probably. So it's down, 57, 60%, guys. So, all right. Back to Maker. Let me check out Maker. I'm going on a little bit long thing with this on Maker, guys, but I'll have to investigate it a little bit closer to see what it is. Not time to jump in on Maker. You missed that party probably, guys. You missed that party. So let me go to 4-day chart, see what we got here. Say, more upside. Yeah, I would say possibly. Yeah, you're looking at maybe 1,500 on that run right there, guys. Going to come up, tag that 200 period moving average potentially, and boom, 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 boom. I'd have to investigate, see if it's a bounce. I would have to investigate that and see if it is a bounce, guys. Okay, so, and what's the point of Maker doing a pump if you're not in it, right? So. Time to buy Maker would have been here and here if you're bullish on it, like getting ready for that pump. So I think it's going to be suspicious. I'm going to definitely look at that move with suspicion, guys. Okay. Kaspa doesn't get well. It has a potential to, after it's done with like a little minor correction, to continue to trend up. And let's take a look at the old Hedron here, guys. Is Hedron moving now a little bit? Okay. So Hedron, we're going to run that little play, guys. So this thing can definitely come down more. You got to realize that. Hedron can get all the way down here and then reverse out of there. As a matter of fact, you want to actually see it. To make this move, you really want to see Hedron get down here like this and then rip out of there. So you see it get like down here and then rip, because it's like a spring, guys. It's like a spring. These moves are like a spring. Boom, 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 boom. They come down like this and they just rip like that on those moves. Like, who did? I think Compound is doing it right now. Compound. So some of the altcoins are going to have a little bit of a pump. I'm looking for, let me take a look at Chili's. I think Chili's is going to have a little bit of a pump going into August in this area. So you'd be looking at Chili's doing a pump to 50, 60, 70% pump going into October potentially, guys. So looks pretty good. So there's some coins that will pump, but not a lot of them, in my opinion. Anyhow, guys, just be careful of some of the altcoins. A lot of them are going to pump and roll over, in my opinion. And I'm just concentrating on Bitcoin for the most part in this area for that, and getting ready for a long trade, possible maybe a little short setup that I'll be in and out quick. Okay, be careful to short in there, guys, because Bitcoin can reverse. It can flip, right? It can flip real quick and just start getting out of there and just completely wreck a short. So I go into the trade, set the short up, comes up, hits my targets, and then gets back down. And I have it set up, and once it gets down low enough, I just put that stop loss to break even, and then boom, and just let it run, guys. But in that area that it is right now, it's just not worth it. I call it a no trade zone for the time being, guys. It's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it right now. Not on the short side. You'd be better off going long, actually. So Yeah, setting up for longs, like buying longs, just getting ready for this move over here, guys. You'd be, long term if you look at it like that. So, all right, guys, that's the end of my video. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.